In the workplace, you must have first aid kits. Now, these are the BSI range of first aid kits. The BSI kits are available in small, medium and large. And the one we're going to look at today is the small BSI kit. If we're talking about BSI kits, it's worth just mentioning the HSE kits as well, because when you look at some of the documentation, it will refer to an HSE kit. Now, the HSE kit is an older type of contents. Physically, they would look the same. It's just we sell them. They have HSE first aid kit on the front, but they don't have as much in the kits as these ones. So the general workplace standard now is this BSI kit. But when you're choosing any first aid kit, you'd always do a risk assessment to make sure you get the right kit. But if you generally look at these small, medium and large, pretty much the right ones. So these cases, they're a clamshell type case. They secure at the top, and this piece at the top here is the wall bracket. So you can easily mount it onto a wall if you want to, or if you have a hook, you can always put a hook underneath the handle here. So to open them up, just lift the catches on the top and then just open the case up. So what we'll do now is have a look at the sorts of things inside. So the first thing right on the top is the first aid guidance leaflet. So inside here, it will tell you things about recovery position, how to do CPR, and also some basic information about other first aid on there as well. So that's a standard item there. Also, we've got in here gloves. Now the difference we said about HSE kits, the standard HSE kit only had, depending on the size of them, just a pair of gloves, whereas these kits have 6 pairs of gloves. So if you're dealing in an incident with multiple casualties or multiple first aiders, you will need more gloves. So inside this kit here on the small one, we have 6 gloves. With the quantities of the items in here, the products are the same in all 3 kits. The only difference between the 3 kits is how many of them there are. So, for example, this has got 6 pairs of gloves in. The medium and the large will have more pairs of gloves. So also in here we have triangular bandages. These can be used for all sorts. Obviously putting an arm in a sling, other types of sling, but also you can use them as packing, padding and things like that. We've got conventional dressings. So these dressings are medium HSE dressings for cuts. They're very good for that, because they've got the gauze pad woven in. So nice and simple and easy to use. We have foil blanket. The foil blankets, obviously anything we want to keep the patient warm. So if you've got any blood loss, shock, always get them wrapped up in a foil blanket as well. There's some wipes. So you've got a various number of wipes inside the unit, and these can be used for anything from cleaning up wounds to even getting some dirt off your hands or things like that. We have a resuscitation face shield. So this face shield to go over the patient if you're doing rescue breaths. Again, single use, you literally just tear the side to open that up. We have a packet of plasters. So these are packs of 10. Depending on the kits you have, this one's got the 4 packs of 10. Sometimes you have just 1 box of 40, depending on the brand. But these will be the plasters that you need in different sizes. So you've got different sizes and shapes of those. We have eye pad dressings, and these are for any injury to the eye. There's 2 of those, because typically you'd always put 2, cover both eyes to avoid, because the eyes will track together. So they're just a small one to go around the head, single bandage with a pad attached to them. Also in here, you have some conforming bandage. We also have micropore tape, and this is very good for securing dressings, or if you've got improvised splints, maybe using a magazine, you can use the micropore tape to put over the top. Some shears, and the shears are good for cutting clothing, cutting dressings, things like that. And they've got a blunt end to them, so they're not going to cause anyone harm, and they're sort of the safest way around of doing it. There are also some larger HSE dressings, so if you've got any larger injuries, you can pop those on. And then down here, we've also got a burn gel dressing. Now with burns, it's always best to use running cold water to cool a burn down for 20 minutes. But if you haven't got access to that, then the dressings will act as an agent to actually pull the heat out of a dressing. So it's a nice, easy way around of working with those. And also in here, you've got some finger dressings. So these would just be maybe someone's got a cut finger, it's got the pad on there, and you can just bandage those in place. So this kit, I say the products in the other kits are the same, it's purely the quantities. Now the only other version of this kit would be the catering versions. Now the catering versions, again, have the same sort of products in them, but slightly different versions, but also some of the dresses are in blue, and they also have a strip in them, so they can easily be picked up by X-ray machines or magnetic machines to identify, should a plaster go on someone and they're in the food preparation, it falls off, it can easily be detected so that plaster doesn't end up in someone's food product at the end of the day. So all the kits are on here. If you want to know more about these kits, you can have a look on our websites. We've got more further information on them. But the kits themselves are aimed at any business. If you wanted just a first aid kit for home and you wanted a BSI kit, and that is why you can't have it, it's actually got everything you need. It's just that a lot of the home first aid kits are pretty much this contents, just in a different packaging.